Episode 604 of the TV Dudes. Furious!
That's right, Emmy Rossum stars in the new Hulu crime drama that's... What's the word I'm looking for here?
Angry?
No less furious. It's the title. Jesus.
Oh, I thought we were doing a bit.
Well, we aren't now.
Well, okay. We don't have to get, shit, what's that word again?
God damn it.
Hell, regardless of that, I'm Les.
I'm Nick.
And we're the TV
Dudes.
Dudes. And you know that a show about an ex-cop FBI agent hunting down a serial killer made by the woman that made Dying for Sex isn't all we watched this week.
I mean, it could have been, though.
Yeah, it definitely would have been enough, for sure.
To the Diaries!
The Diaries of the Television Dudes. Brought to you by only the finest cocaine wine.
So, I have, cleanup to do from, a couple different weeks of just stuff that I forgot. I actually watched that season 2 of the King of the Hill revival a while back.
I have watched 2 episodes of that. I'm loving it so far.
So I think the revival of King of the Hill, I have not gone back to watch any of the actual King of the Hill, and I probably should, because I feel like the King of the Hill revival is going to be the thing of this is how I want to remember King of the Hill all the time.
I think so.
Because I have a sneaking suspicion after watching Hank in these seasons that Hank Hill is not going to hold up for me as a character.
The closer you get to the 90s, the more right Hank is in the show.
Yes. Right.
But it's not going to land any better.
It's not going to land great.
From here. And Bobby is going to look like the hero. I mean, we all loved Bobby the whole time, but Bobby's still the butt of some jokes.
I like Bobby transitioning to being the hero.
Yeah.
He doesn't actually have to learn any lessons in these seasons. He's kind of got his shit figured out.
And I kind of love that the main
He's also kind of living his best life.
Yeah, the gist of the main show is that he has taken all of Hank's lessons the best possible way, in a way that is kind of aggravating Hank.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that. That no, you the kid that you think is nuts, that's driving you insane, is doing so because they correctly took your lessons to heart.
I wonder what they could be saying about a generation that one is mad at you if you don't live up to their expectations, but also if you do better than them and take their lessons better, they also are mad.
Right. Like gave you a participation trophy and then made fun of you for it.
But yeah, I think Hank Hill's when he goes to that Comic-Con.
Yes.
And he has a actual line out loud of when the guy comes out, I'm like, man, you think this whole thing is... You think me and everyone around here is stupid? I didn't say that loud enough for you to hear. Not Hank's. I never said that.
Nope. Well, because
he thinks because he never said that loud enough. That's the best he can possibly
technically
do.
Still honest.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
That of course I think all you dumb hippies are stupid, but I didn't say but I'm polite. So why? It's the. As long as you're polite, you can get away with horrific.
Yeah, I said bless your heart.
Yeah, and
why would you think I meant that?
Mistaking politeness for kindness.
Right. That's yes. And Bobby's real. Bobby's got the real. Yeah.
The but also I watched Pantheon, which was the AMC animated show that has made its way to Netflix now.
Mm-hmm.
That was quite good. About
I'm glad you're talking about it because it slipped back off my radar.
It's not about AI. It's about uploaded intelligence. People copying their brain patterns to electrical
altered
signals
carbon type shit,
and uploading them. Yeah, and then it gets there will be long portions where I'm like, why is this even an animated show when they're going through just industrial espionage about the corporate secret of them doing this sort of thing.
Right.
And then they'll go into the digital world and what a digital brain experiences and what it's like. Man, you still think you have a body. Here, let me show you what you actually are. And how they see the world and oh, okay, so that's why this is animated.
Right.
Also, it ends strong. Although I will say season 2, obviously they definitely had a season 3 that they didn't get the budget for or whatnot, because they try and fit a season's 3 worth of material in the season 2 finale.
Yeah,
Like-
you'd said it definitely had a like, oh, so we're just wrapping this the fuck up.
So
Okay.
I appreciate the swing, but I was already having a trouble keeping up with it beforehand.
Right.
It was starting to jump high-minded concept, higher brain function stuff, and like how the ethical quandaries of digital freedom and whatnot, and like I was already a little bit hard to keep up with, and then we jump forward like 30 years and advance all that like exponentially faster, because they already, like, in the year that they are first uploaded, they already expand and explode beyond what they previously could do.
Right.
But yeah, I highly recommend both of those. Animated shows, still very strong. But I don't get to the desserts quite yet. Did I watch anything else? We watched Killer Whale.
Indeed.
I mean, we were talking about Devil's Mouth on Patreon later.
and Killer Whale, man, if it had leaned into the funniness and the
Man,
jokes
Killer
that it had
Whale is
in-
really close to being something special.
it really it's almost something special, and instead it's got no real lesson.
It does have a killer whale that blows its blowhole full of blood onto
oh my
people.
lord, that's hilarious. It's
So
in the
that's-
trailer though.
That's pretty great, but also the rest of the movie doesn't carry that same tone.
The reef they're trapped in is a cool idea. It's two girls that get trapped on this rock. So it's, again, we just talked about Devil's Mouth. Shitty best friend could be a horror subgenre unto itself. Your bully best friend that gets you into this crap.
Does it ever explain how the killer whale is in there?
That they threw him out and he just ended up in there somehow. Accidentally, it never explains exactly how the mechanic of it and why he can't get back out.
Okay.
Yeah, because they never. Has some jokes. There's a car hit they showed like 3 or 4 times in that movie that's funny as fuck.
They know it's funny.
They know
too.
it's funny. Someone knew it was funny and they just didn't lean in.
There's an editor in this movie that's trying to save
Oh
it.
man, yeah. So I'd watch it with your finger on the fast forward because you're gonna skip some parts.
Yeah. They do a cool thing with that's actually right with Sandwich Wag and like
Yes, that
Sandwich
is
Wig
so.
Sweat?
Yeah. They actually managed to condensate some drinking water for themselves on this rock or sandwich back sweat.
yeah, we
as they
didn't
call
learn
it.
that in Scouts, but we learned a canvas thing that was similar.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
you put a piece of canvas and fold it over on a hot humid surface, and like it was like, oh yeah, that's actually a good educational, like, hey, yeah, if you are desperate
Jesus
for,
God, I hope I never need that, but
Right.
it's in my brain if I do. Yeah,
and start that early. It takes a minute.
right. No, that bag thing, like it's just a few drops they get, but yeah, good. That was cool. But yeah, otherwise skippable.
Do you have anything before we go into desserts?
Let's see.
We got a lot of desserts.
Yeah,
this
we do
week.
have some desserts this week.
We stumbled into an embarrassment of riches again.
Indeed. I watched a couple of those King of the Hill, talked about that. That's really about it until desserts for me, I think. I'd finished out Supernatural. Yeah, they banished God. That wraps up nicely. Yeah, they fix heaven. It's great. Solve everything. It's fucking awesome. But no, let's go on desserts.
So, keeping on the animated streak, we did watch the penultimate, I believe, of Superman.
Yes.
We only got the one ep left, right?
Yes, I believe so. Which is called... is it actually called Doomsday?
It might be the Doomsday Protocol, or something, or Event Doomsday, something that what Waller calls it, something like Kryptonian. What they called the Kryptonian invasion was Zero Day. So I bet you this is the fucking polar opposite, like Doomsday. It also has Clark going through a virtual reality thing with not Brainiac, but a Brainiac program that was
Invictus. That's the name of this one. Yeah.
Invictus, all right.
Invictus, yeah.
Brainiac has previous programs that before he was corrupted.
Right.
But
No,
we
but
like
when we
don't-
see it, we were immediately like, "Oh fuck, that's right. Why wouldn't your
But it was like,
Fortress.
pre-corruption Brainiacs doesn't mean good Brainiac.
No, this is the psycho that ran Krypton."
Yeah. And Krypton was a war race, and I was like, oh, okay. And they go into a great backstory hologram thing of the Kryptonians and how they actually became a spacefaring war race.
Right.
And they started off as cavemen Space Conans,
Uh-huh.
which is fucking like Clark gets to dress up like one for a minute, and it's fucking cool.
rad. It's got the S as like a red tattoo kind of half off his chest and shit. It's fucking cool. Big shield and everything.
And they have a little bit of their powers because their sun isn't a full red sun yet.
Uh-huh.
But they get a ship, their invasion, quote unquote. Later we'll learn that it's just a crashed ship that we're running from a completely other thing. But it's Coloans or Coluans.
Well, yeah, Brainiac's race.
Brainiac, the thing Brainiac is. Like,
Yes.
in other continuities, not here, it's...
Right.
I can only assume that, oh shit, the Kryptonians uploaded some of these guys' consciousness, because it reveals that the guy that Superman saves in the simulation, one of the leader...
Who Brainiac wants him to kill as a test to get his powers back.
Right. And... Wait, that was, and he figures out later that was you.
Oh my god, that's you. Yeah.
It's his uploaded consciousness. And
that is brutal. Because Brainiac proceeds to make a screaming argument about, no, then if you're right and I'm a slave, then I've lived a horrible thing. If I'm right, then I'm a hero of...
It manages to do a thing that only the
hurts.
Harley Quinn cartoon... And I can't believe I'm getting a later season of Harley Quinn credit. But Harley Quinn managed to do this too, giving me sympathy for Brainiac.
Right.
Brainiac is an uploaded consciousness that now has to rationalize its thousands of years?
Yeah.
Like thousands of years of obedience and servitude.
And enslaving others and probably destroying all of the Coolans.
And this must be the natural form of the galaxy, because if it isn't, what was done to me was horrific.
Mm-hmm.
And so... Clark is just like, I am so sorry that happened to you. And of course Brainiac's like, don't you...
Fuck you.
What? Fuck
Yeah.
you! And we don't turn Brainiac around on it. He does not learn his thing.
Nope.
But Bizarro is watching.
And we got that cliffhanger in the previous episode where they walk into the fortress and Bizarro immediately knocks him cold.
Right, and I forgot that, Brainiac has that thing he did with Kara where he can blank her out.
Right.
For a minute.
But also... We know that Brainiac, because Brainiac, and he does it to Clark across this episode, but Clark keeps shaking it off.
Yeah.
And Brainiac can shake it off, it's just a lot harder because his brain don't brain as brainy.
Yeah, Bizarro.
Yeah.
Right. So it takes him the whole episode before he can do it,
right.
but he does get there. And Clark gets his powers back, or is indicated that he's getting his powers back. We actually don't see him pop back into the fight or anything.
Next episode's called The Return, so I can't imagine what's going to happen there. That whole thing with the virtual test and everything, I usually hate. I bitched about the framework for a whole season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I don't like virtual matrixy worlds generally, and because there's no stakes really. And this episode, the backstory was so cool. Well, again, with this show, what they tweaked about the origin of Krypton here.
Well, it's a subtlety is dead. Subtlety is dead.
Yeah.
So you might as well show what the Kryptonian race was like. They were dipshit fucking cavemen that stumbled into intergalactic technology.
Right.
That allowed them, and it even says later, it actually allowed them to regress their sun back to a yellow sun.
Yeah.
So they get even more powerful. And they become a warlike conquering race. And we just juxtapose that with Clark, who goes through the same shit and just does the exact opposite of them, because Clark is not a Kryptonian, he is a human. He grew up on Earth, he has Earth values, and specifically he has Ma and Pa Kent values.
Yeah.
And the inherent goodness in him will not allow a repeat of history.
Yeah.
That just showing Brainiac that Brainiac's logic only makes sense if this was inevitable, if there was no other path forward. And Clark is great. I think they've done this a couple times in the comics. They like doing this, of Superman proving that if the right person was at the right time made a better decision,
right,
a whole universe could be better.
Yeah.
And normally that person is Clark.
Yes. Please, you got to just hope it's not Bruce there at that moment.
Well, sometimes he'll leave what was it in one of the crises that he left a decision to Bruce and I trust you, Bruce, and Bruce came through.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't always
Doesn't
do it.
always.
I mean,
There's sometimes we're like, oh man, Batman's gonna make a hard fucking choice here.
there was that time where Bruce did tell him to not cork that Bottle City a can door
Right.
on Earth.
Hey man,
Which turns out Bats was pretty right
fucking
about.
hear me out. Yeah.
But
No.
I thought that half of the episode was great. And going into the prep for Doomsday, we get a little bit more with Lara and Lois that I really liked. Lara saying that Lois gave her the exact same speech.
Yeah.
is
General
really
Lane
cute.
is not that different than Lois.
What I'm impressed by this show is that they get the characters right. I honestly don't. Jimmy Olsen is a very dynamic character that's been written a lot differently, so I don't really have a good read on what a true Jimmy is. But I
Right,
really
right.
like this Jimmy.
I like this Jimmy, but no, Jimmy Olsen's been whatever we needed him to
But
be.
I do have a very strong opinion of what a true Superman and what a true Lois is. And these characters read as that to me very much.
Lex getting read the riot act on like, motherfucker, recognize that you are either step up and be the hero or recognize you are the villain here.
Yeah.
Like
Jimmy, and it's because he's Jimmy's nemesis in the show,
Which is
not Superman.
hilarious.
Which is so. I really wish that they'll hit that at some point, like really hard. Like,
that Lex thinks Superman's his nemesis and Jimmy thinks,
they can't do it because they already did the what do you call it, the Mr. Pidlick show, Mixapillick, and. So Clark knows who Lex is, because I wanted them to be like Lex finally showing up. I'm like, I'm sorry, who are you again?
Right.
Because he's really not interacted with Lex
at all. Yeah.
But there is one thing that is bothering me this season that I think makes this season technically the weakest season out of all of them, because it only has, can't really find the one thing wrong with any of the other ones.
Right.
And this one has a thing wrong with it. So the Jimmy and Kara relationship back and forth, it went exactly long enough for me to not get sick of it. Right? Like I was like, okay, at that episode point of the gala, I'm like, I'm officially done with this. This better be done after this. And it was after that episode.
Yep.
I was done with Shitty John last episode.
Shitty Jonathan. So the only character we haven't talked about this whole time is shitty future Jonathan, and it's because
He's
I
not
hate
working
that
for me.
whiny kid immediately. No, he's Urkel to me, man. I don't like him.
He's not working for me. The lesson he has to learn is probably not gonna land for me.
And everyone rolls their eyes at him. Even Laura Laura. Yeah, even Laura is constantly just like.
It's a combination between Lois and Kara, So
it's subtle. But yeah, no, shitty Jonathan is the worst thing in the and it is seriously it's a hail ding on a classic car. Like, it's just that the other two seasons are perfect. But yeah, he's the one character. At least he hasn't stretched on like Connor and Angel or I don't know, any number of kids we got. I just finished Supernatural and I actually came around on Jack, but
it also makes sense to me to
rough.
find a more bitter Jonathan after having a fun-loving Jonathan.
Right.
But I kind of now wish they were switched around.
I think they could have switched them around and it would have been hilarious if everybody would have been like, "No, you're so much better." Never mind. No, what? I'm better. So past me sucked ass?
The only thing it does offer us that I do like is that this nice Jonathan didn't have either of his parents, was raised by Kara.
Right.
The warrior person.
Right.
And he loved life and was very much a little Lois and little Clark clone. Like, and when Lois is involved in their lives, seems like Clark is still dead. And Jonathan has a big chip on his shoulder from being compared to Superman. Which he doesn't when Lois was not alive. I don't know why, but Lois is. He grew up with a mom
that worshipped him.
That's always talking about how cool his dad was,
Yep.
and he internalizes that as like a shitty teenager that I'm not as good as dad.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I see. So that's the thing that Shitty Jonathan gives us. It's not worthless. That also reads.
That's cool. But it's gone on too. Shitty Jonathan's a little much club.
But
man.
also it furthers Lois's characters while kind of regressing Jonathan's.
Right.
Which I get it. He's the side character. Lois is more important. I guess if I was forced to do this plot line, that's how I would do it too. but there is like no, he's annoying me in a way that I know the show is supposed to like he's supposed to be a worse version of Jonathan, but he's annoying me out of meta audience.
He's too he's too much club.
He's too much club on it.
Yeah, I agree. That's the one thing wrong with it.
He's also a fucking psycho murderer. Like, he just tries to... Don't get me wrong, like, it's probably a good idea to try and go for while the villain's making his big monologue speech. Like, fuck that and just cut his head off.
Right. But he just slices that motherfucker in two.
Also, so Doomsday comes up in his most... So this Doomsday is...
The Eradicator.
The Eradicator, right. And so, but this is their version of Doomsday, basically. Which also looks like their version of Zod. He looks...
He's a skinny weirdo.
If you were to tell me that actually they had a mock-up of a design for Zod in the first season when they were first going to use him, and then they reused that design.
He's
for
a little
Doomsday.
closer to Lex's body design.
Yes. Yeah.
But with Superman's powers, which feels like a very what Lex would want an Eradicator to have evolved into.
Sure.
And yeah, I'm wondering if it.
He wears the elongated black fucking armor shit. And so like, okay, this is at once probably the most interesting Doomsday is ever going to be for me. He's also still not that interesting.
Right.
But he is very threatening, which is good because he was already a problem as a mindless Eradicator that was learning. He learned enough in 10 minutes to make him dangerous. And now he's had limitless timeline stuff because they can't chase him in time. They have to wait for him to come back. So I can only assume he has fucked off for an amount of time to get enough power to make sure that he can kick the shit out of 3 Kryptonians single-handedly, easily when he comes back.
Yeah. And we got to hope that the return...
We got to hope that a 4th Kryptonian tips the scales balance. Back. Yeah. But he's going to have... They only show the one of them, but he splits into like 2. And I was like, oh, he's going to have multiple...
The one that splits off of him is a little more bizarro-y.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, so the more he splits up, the more Doomsday, mindless, Eradicator one he's
I think the regrow one gets dumber. Yeah. Like multiplicity clones. Yeah. Right.
Which might be a cool way to defeat him, if like stretching him too thin.
Of a copy. Yeah, Madrox, a copy of a copy of a copy.
That could be a cool... Yeah. But anyway, man, I'm so at once excited and nervous. This fight has a lot. The fights in this season have been so good.
No, I'm curious if they're going to be able to take it up a third notch.
Because
there was the speed, then there was the ultra laser eyes.
The Cyborg Superman fight and the Eradicator fight were like some of the best Superman shit.
Right. And different from each other. Like they did 2 different kind of overpowered power things.
I'm talking like better, even better than the end of Justice League Unlimited of the Superman. Like, I live in a world full of cardboard. Let me show you how strong I am. Darkseid. And he starts to whoop Darkseid's ass. This actually reads even more to me with Kryptonian speed and power. And these are gods punching each other on an Earth that is not meant to withstand this. I wonder if Kryptonian buildings and architecture are actually built with like unobtainium or something so that they could actually fight in the street and not knock over buildings. Like if they were to hang out on Krypton, would it be more like a regular street fight?
Right. Yeah, is all your shit just like made to withstand this? If so, what Xenonite do you build that out of? Because we need it.
Like, is Kara just going, why does it every time I sneeze, a building falls over? You guys are shitty masonry work here.
I'm going to tell you your engineering, but my God.
But overall, though, this the great fucking third season. There's no sign of it for me for slowing down. I don't know what they would do for the next one.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that we've probably no time travel. We can be done with that. I don't want to see another Jonathan.
No, I'm good on that. Yeah.
Unless we do Legion of Superheroes.
Yes, I would always take a stab at Legion of Superheroes.
Which they've never done right ever one time.
But if this were the third time that it showed up, and at this point Clark has met a couple of Brainiacs, and is like, nah, fool me thrice, fuck you.
Yeah, and he beats Brainiac 5.
And Brainiac is like, hey, I get it. I've met all 4 previous me's, they suck.
It's not a great ratio. That 1 out of 5,
Right,
out of 5 Brainiacs is going to be cool.
I don't know. Let's make 5 of you, Clark. Let's see if they're all nice.
Actually, to be fair, in this universe,
You'll be fine.
it's a whole race of Kryptonians, and only
Indeed.
2 of them are cool.
And only 2 of them are cool.
So
Yeah.
if we're going by ratios, then
Well, from penultimate to the other superhero finale, we apparently watched the finale of X-Men 97. I didn't realize it.
so
It almost makes me not want to talk about it.
so at first when I thought it was just another episode, I actually kind of liked it.
No, me too. I
was
was
like-
I was really good with it until I found out there's not any more.
So I'm of a split mind on this. Because my hate for Apocalypse has been well documented. I think Apocalypse is a shitty bad guy from his core design and concept. I don't think he's ever really been interesting, and the fact that he was interesting for those 3 episodes was a shocker enough. And then they've sidelined him for the next half of the show,
Right.
Which to me, yeah,
Cool.
good decision.
And they gave us an overcranked Gambit, like Gambit tarot card with a scythe instead of the thing. Fucking, I'm here for it.
I'm in it, yeah. And then they bring Apocalypse back to be and I get why we built the first part around him. He's Cable's destiny or whatever.
He's my density.
But it ends that episode on a pretty boring. Gambit just turns into a bigger, dumber looking Gambit. His design kind of is not great.
No.
And he turns into Apocalypse Gambit, and there's not even a fight. He just kind of waves his hand, and all the X-Men are done. Which is, wait, but Apocalypse didn't even do that. Like, Magneto could fucking put him to the wall a couple times.
Right.
Why is Gambit Gambit is he?
No, and we just kind of wrap that up.
And Rogue makes the sacrifice play to the Celestials to get the juice to...
My favorite part of the episode was Rogue popping into the Celestial Shrine, and the Celestials just going, "You don't belong here."
Right. Is it that Celestial's job to sit in the negative space and wait for people to show up and shit on them?
You know, there's a constant, like Morty, like, "Hey, knock or something, I'm a teenage Celestial, it's on you." But also that Rogue just flies forward and punches him in the face. That's the most Rogue thing I've ever seen.
But also, I'm like, oh, cool, we have a Super Rogue. That's cool. And I thought there would be a good, huge fight scene with that.
Right.
And there's not.
No.
She just, like, uses her little cosmic thing.
Well, she super rogues him. Like, all her Celestial thing does is it seems to overcrank her touch and absorb
touch
him
thingy.
Power.
Because it didn't work on him when he had Apocalypse Juice before.
Right, and I assume that's because it was just staying put because she couldn't do it.
Right.
But now she could pull it.
Although she's touching him at the end there without her Celestial power and without his Apocalypse Juice. How was she doing that?
I was wondering that too. I just assumed that...
Does she have control over him?
For a second, until I realized what Kurt had done,
it's not a good falling action for that season finale.
I thought that the sacrifice was that the Celestial took away her power, not knowing that she'd be like, cool. But that the death, quote unquote, loss or whatever was going to be that now she's a depowered person. And but then that's just a weird fucking odd moment in that scene. And instead, of course, Kurt went into the Celestial Shrine and took her place and sacrificed
I think it's
himself.
a pretty good ending for Kurt's character.
It did feel very in character, but also I just got my Nightcrawler fix, god damn it.
Yeah. To me, he felt like an actual real cool part of the team now, which also made it feel like, hey, it's Joss Whedon's like make him love him and then take him out.
Right.
It's like, okay, that's why Nightcrawler got that specific episode to him and a couple cool moments throughout the season, and a lot of other characters got the shaft. The good part of the episode, though, I thought, was X Factor and X Force versus X Corp, and the X-Men.
Yes.
I thought that was a really cool thing, except for that conflict hasn't been building for a season.
No, since the show rushes through so many things, like Bishop and Strong Guy have a fun line of, "Hey, so you know that neither of us can even make a dent in each other. You sure we want to just destroy this hallway fighting?" And Guido's like, "Yeah, man."
Which is
funny if you know Strong Guy's powers and Guido's personality.
And honestly, I don't really know Strong Guy's powers that well. And I'm like, and I follow X-Men like at least somewhat in a Wikipedia fashion. I usually get at least people's bio card.
Right. And it's only because I read this weird iteration of X Factor in 92 or whatever year it was. And that's the only reason I know him. But like the show clips right past it.
I also like Polaris getting with her like the dueling, conflicting.
Are you X-Force or
yeah.
X-Factor? Or X-Men?
Same with Jubilee.
Yeah.
And her flight with Havoc was pretty cool.
Yep.
Where they're trying to use their powers to augment a flight, Top Gun style thing. Thought that was cool. And I liked that when they put Polaris on the ground and suddenly a card shows up and there's a half second for comedy. And then Polaris puts up a shield like, and he just kills a bunch of Madroxes, I guess.
Yeah.
As long as you don't hit the main one, he's fine.
Yep. The rest just burst. Yeah.
Because I realized Gambit needs a moment to finally be alive and back. And that's his moment. And he doesn't even have any falling action of like, oh, yo, man.
No.
Do you remember being Apocalypse?
There's a missing fucking 10th episode here.
Do you remember dying? There's a lot of stuff to unpack.
There's a missing 10th episode where for all of it, Val is like, for all the parts that for X Factor, Val's there. And only the audience knows that we saw Mystique kill her.
Yeah.
And we should get our whole falling action episode with no one knowing.
Right.
And the real cliffhanger on the season should be us wondering if the side look one of the telepaths gives in the last second is her knowing or not.
Right.
Like Rogue touches Val. Does she know? You know,
I think there's a canonical reason why telepaths can't
scan her.
Can't scan Mystique, because otherwise her power would be useless. To be honest,
I realized real quick, Betsy can't scan Morph.
Yeah. Oh, right, because of it. Yeah.
Because she gets fooled by a second Wolverine. But and it's because she's fighting one and realizes, wait, there's a second. This one feels blank.
He says something.
Oh yeah, like this brain's been scrambled so many times.
Knocks her in the head with that katana.
I like to think that it changes.
Dude, I also love a full trauma of like that Wolverine's been fucked with too many times for any type of mind control to have any effect anymore.
Yes. and again, I my headcanon for the science end of the comic science end of that is that like both Morph and Wolverine, their brains have regrown or shapeshifted so many times.
Yeah.
And are constantly restructuring and moving. And that in a way that you probably don't want to think about being their friend, absolutely changes their personality. That's a different dude day to day. Every time Wolverine's regrown his brain, a little bit, not like, is it all still there the same?
Well, why are they all so pussy whipped for Jean then?
Right.
Fuck.
No, seriously, how does that... So we've redone the stacking order of Wolverine's memories over and over and over, and every time Jean comes out on top...
Not one of them grows back to kind of want to kiss Morph? Come on!
Not once? God damn, you know Morph's thought about it.
But Morph can't fucking catch a break.
Right.
They also don't really... I thought they were going to deal with that in this season, and they don't. They just kind of leave Morph as a fucking... patsy with
this
the
show has
other
made
X.
Morph into a fighting badass.
I think Morph fucking rules.
I think Morph is
I also don't know how I don't know how his powers work. How does he turn into Dr. Octopus with the arms?
No, how do he?
The arms are definitely not part of his body.
He slices things with those claws.
Right.
He makes, and I feel this way about Mystique. I'm bringing it up way too much. This is my Chucky's penis. Shapeshifters make clothes, and it's gross.
Right.
I will die on this hill.
Well, I can't imagine. Okay, so some of those clothes might be their junk. Not everything they make is part of their junk.
It's impossible for me to not think of Morph's entire trench coat as foreskin.
And I realize that, but why does your brain go there immediately? It could just be his foot.
It could. It'd be,
that's also kind of gross.
It could just be his taint. It could be like the inner cheek.
Maybe it's its tongue. Maybe there's no good options here.
There's no good options. I don't want to touch any part of it.
You know what? You convinced me. I'm on your side. I don't want to touch.
It's just that little dangly bit of his earlobe and some of the thumb webbing.
You don't have to sell me this anymore. I'm convinced. Never mind. Morph is gross.
Sorry, Morph.
I still think you're cool.
I still think you're cool.
I also don't understand Val's motivations. I don't think she was a good written character. X Factor are cool, except I know nothing about them, and their mission makes no sense.
Right.
They're trying to help out mutants, but they're obviously putting mutants into camps and depowering them.
Right.
They can't possibly be... and it would be a cool final finale if they had really... If instead of Apocalypse, starting with Apocalypse, if this full season was just X-Force, X-Factor, and X-Corp, and the conflict brewing between them...
Right,
and
we did not need Apocalypse between them.
And I will always say that we don't need Apocalypse, but apparently... DeMeo, what's his name?
Bo DeMeo.
was saying about the finale that, like, yes, they cut it from 10 to 9, and they cut obviously they rewrote my scripts, and they cut my idea for the finale of Onslaught. And then I immediately went, never mind, I'm sorry what I said about Apocalypse.
You were going to make this dumber.
You're going to make this even worse, because as much as I don't like Apocalypse, I hate fucking Onslaught more.
I'm trying to remember now who Onslaught really is.
Oh, he's, I guess depending on the continuity. I know him from the Ultimate Continuity, which he was like a dead clone of Magneto or something.
That's what I thought. I thought he's the Magneto clone. Right?
Yeah, but it was also... No, it's fucking stupid. He's the villain Cable to me of like his...
Strife or whatever, like that. There was that guy too.
Strife, right. Yeah, he's...
I mix up all my blade helmeted dipshits.
Yeah.
But no, I think Onslaught, I'm with you. I think of Onslaught as the Magneto clone.
Yeah.
In the white armor. Like.
Yeah. What if Magneto was less interesting?
Yeah.
You know, which is Apocalypse. So it's a what if Apocalypse was less interesting? And the consensus seems to be that it had a strong first half and a weaker back half, which I agree with. I think it lost a little focus and steam. And I still think that the season 2 is still way better than season 1. I really think that first season had a lot of structural problems.
Indeed.
I know we're in the minority on that.
Oh, we're so in the minority. Also, God, I'm looking up Onslaught's design, and who thought armored Magneto was the way to go?
Right, he's Magneto with more shit on him.
He's Iron Magneto.
He's very 90s or
God,
2000s.
that looks like ass.
Ugh. See, yeah, he actually looks like a Magneto Apocalypse or something. Like
Oh, he's so 90s it hurts, man. Yeah.
Yeah, it fucking sucks. To me, I am cool if we don't get any more X-Men 97.
Me too.
I
know we are very much in the minority on this.
I also had fun this season, but it was a regular blip, and by the time we were done, I got started reminding why I didn't like that first season again. Like I was having fun enough during Lies, Weapon X, and videotapes or whatever to not question what the fuck was going on at any given moment. But by the end of it, I was like, wait, so how did we just toss in Apocalypse's long lost love like an afterthought and then never deal with her ever again? Like, oh, he also was in love with this one woman one time and then gave part of his power and then bye.
Right.
Okay.
I do like the Celestial. That does not belong to you.
Yep. Also, I like that not killing him, putting him in that little thing. So like, hey, technically we didn't kill him, Celestials. You can't be mad at us.
Nope, don't be mad at us. Yeah, and again, in the constant parallel between Marvel and DC, that's not an Eclipso gem. That is an Apocalypse in an Apocalypse stone.
They're totally different.
Totally different. If it starts whispering to you, though, run. And I know that, I guess the only other dessert we've got would be Reacher, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Which we both watched.
Oh, Ted Lasso.
Oh, shit. Yes. So I was going to say for Reacher, that thing, I watched those first 3, is it, that were out?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
But that's dropping week to week. Do you want to push that and talk about it? It's going to be our dessert ongoing, I think.
Right. I think we could just in general talk about those first 3 and they get more detailed as the desserts go on. I think a good, strong...
I'm not saying Reacher's the smartest show on television. I don't think anybody's going to argue that with me. But oh my God...
It's the show you and your dad can watch together for sure.
Yeah, I wish I could. He would love this. Because, man, Alan Richardson's got so much charm. And just you can tell at this point just has like a Reacher mode he goes into with his face.
Yeah. They come back strong, just getting into it with a woman killing herself on the subway. No, getting back to no. I think all the seasons have started like this. They realize that like no one wants to see what Reacher's doing between missions. No one cares about that.
In these first 3, he actually hooks up with a woman at one point, and I don't care. Reacher can just be a sexless beast that walks the earth helping people.
And yeah, each season introduces their new sidekicks or whatever. These sidekicks are also pretty fun and funny.
These, I think, are my favorite sidekicks since season 1.
I really like Boston Cop, but I mostly like her for her Boston accent.
Yeah.
From some reason, season 3.
No, God damn it. That woman's accent was stunning. Stunning.
She did get that kid killed, for sure.
Oh, yeah, she did. Yeah, she did. But, oh my God, her accent fucking phenomenal. Her accent work is amazing. But yeah, this season I really like dipshit Jersey cop. That's the brother of the suicide at the start. He is that guy plays it great. Like he's both way out of his depth helping Reacher, and he gets some great looks on his face. Like as oh yeah, I guess I could go look on get information with you. And Reacher just stands up and starts walking up. This guy's not used to being around Reacher, and so he gets a lot of like,
follow you? What
is happening? What have I agreed to be part of? And then Reacher just being the normal psycho that he is. He's great. But I really like that sidekick. I like Tamara, the cop, and him pegging that immediately of like, no, you're competent, and you're here in the middle of the night. Who'd you piss off? And then...
Don't be shitty to my Gritty. Which is his conversation of Gritty, the mascot, like...
I'm blanking on the other actor's name that plays the older, worthless cop. He has been in everything. Kevin...
Where do you currently live, Mr. Reacher? What's the address of this precinct? Why? Because it's where I'm currently living. Oh, you think I never deal with wise asses? You know what I think? Dumb things. Jeez.
No, you gonna answer? It wasn't a question. It's like, listen, why'd you get the...
so why, like,
so
get
what
a
were
Philly...
you doing?
I was in Philly.
Yeah.
Like, you got eating a Philly cheesecake at 2 a.m. I was in Philly. Why is that? Because it tasted good. Jesus, tap dancing Christ. No, why are you in Philly? Yeah, he's
Kevin Corrigan.
He's obviously a knob. Like,
so Corrigan's been he was in Goodfellas, True Romance, Bad Boys, shitload of stuff. I mean, just years. Grounded for Life, tons of television.
No, he's a guy that
Pineapple
I'm like,
Express.
He's a guy that I don't know your name, but I know I've seen you in a ton of things that I can't name. Like,
yeah,
you've been in the background of all the shit that I like to
Fringe,
watch.
Californication, Damages, Black Donnelly's, Hack, Grounded for Life, Freaks and Geeks, Homicide.
Well, look at his face. He has the face of a
Poker Face.
Do you want to like
Hunting Party?
Do you want a character that tells the audience who they are and who their personality is just by their face?
Dude immediately.
Like, that actor is shorthand for a fucking entire character.
Yeah, he's frequently the guy that like I think I've seen him in a show where he may or may not be an angel or an aspect of God. And like, yeah, no, he's just that weird dude you kind of ran into, and he's just sort of zen. He's just this fucking piece of shit cop.
This season has been. I think they've taken some of the criticisms of the previous seasons, and sometimes in the previous seasons, like season 3 where he's undercover, he actually has a lot of time where he's doing more investigating stuff and not beating the shit out of people and killing them. And this season feels like on rails as far as we go to do this thing and he kills a guy there, and then he goes to this thing and then he gets shot at, and then he goes to this thing and he kills a guy there, and then he kills a guy but almost kills a guy, but he gets away and then gets shot at, and like. This season feels like, Jesus Christ, there's like 3 separate entities after him. Like there's the CIA, there's another thing.
Well, every once in a while he has to catch up the people with him of like, so we could probably go check these knife wounds against the knife of the guy that attacked me. Well, do you know where the knife is? Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's a basement of that library next to the corpse. Thought you said he got away. I lied to you. So what? You have blood on you. Yeah, it's not my blood. So what happened to those guys?
They got away.
They escaped me.
Yeah, actually, so I really like, and normally I would be like, they don't have confidence that the audience is going to be interested in the mystery of this.
Right.
Right call. I don't care about the mystery of this. Show me more of Reacher killing guys.
No. Yeah. He's gonna fight his way up, and in a year, you're gonna ask me why, and I'm gonna be like, I hope it was a good reason.
My only current criticism is that the mystery box of what they're looking for is actually a little too convoluted, and almost like whatever you're gonna reveal feels like it's gonna be a underwhelming.
Not having been worth all of this,
because 2 people have like killed themselves to get out of it. Like,
no, and you guys have sent a ridiculous amount of people against just a human building of a wall of a man.
Right.
Like, why? Just stop fucking with him.
We got a dart that puts down gorillas. Like,
let's see.
My immediate question was, how big of a gorilla?
What size gorilla?
And also,
it surprises that CIA guy when he still chokes him out.
And like, Reacher definitely feels it, but then the CIA guy walks up and like, I would give that a minute to fucking
I
work.
noticed from there on, they only aim the thing right at his neck, point blank.
Right. Well, you want it to get into a vein and like really go
Right.
fast.
Right now.
They learn. Hey,
I'm gonna call you Winkin', Blinkin', and Nod.
because I want to put you to sleep before I get out of here.
Told you. Yep.
Hey, like, they wakes up in cells and like, I'm the only one strapped down. Well, have you seen you?
Right, that's right.
Jersey cop's like, yeah, they didn't strap me down. Look at me.
Hey, man, I was backing you up at the hotel. You were unconscious in the hallway. Yeah. No, I'm enjoying it. I'm definitely going to watch more Reacher as it comes out week to week from here on.
I think I'm going to watch Reacher as long as it's on.
Same. I like this show.
I don't think I care about a Neely show, but at all.
Oh, no.
I think there's a reason that we can actually switch out all secondary characters except Reacher for every season and not feel like we've lost anything.
Well, like, who else did I care about on Kung Fu besides Kane? Like,
Yeah.
sorry. Like, like there's the A-Team and then there's other people.
Right.
Yeah.
And we're going to add that to the dessert rotation, I'm pretty sure.
For real.
But the final dessert we have for the week, I believe,
Is Ted Lasso.
Mr. Theodore Lasso. So this episode 2 back.
We actually get to. So last time we were only in America, and it was recruiting Ted back into the show, and this time is more like our real first episode, like the last season first, the first season first episode, meeting Richmond's women's team,
Right.
who do not have the budget of the men's team, and I thought it was interesting that when Higgins finally reads the whole thing of like the money breakdown is like. No, this is going to take real money to get going.
Mm-hmm.
And if it fails, you don't actually have enough to just float this or anything. It's going to actually put a hole in the budget of the men's team.
So here's where I think that this season and the last season of Ted Lasso are a little bit weaker narratively.
Mm-hmm.
And it's nothing that wrecks the show. I think still it's still Ted Lasso. But there is a creative forced a problem. And there's a reason we've never got into how wealthy Rebecca is.
Right.
Rebecca is independently wealthy in a way that Jack flaunts her wealth in that season with Keeley. And it makes it seem like when she loses that investor and then she goes to Rebecca and, oh, I thought you were going to quote something like a big number. No, I'll cover that.
Float that.
And it's like, and that made me think, whoa, how?
And that's what I've never understood on TV or in real life. Like, I don't run $1 million business. How do you... At that point, do you not just, if you want to see women's soccer happen...
The secret answer is that...
Just make it happen.
The secret answer is that they can't make it happen at a profit or even at enough of a profit.
And that's the thing, is like... And so that's where... And that's just a TV show thing that I can, like you said, it doesn't ruin the show for me, but it does feel like you caused a problem because I've seen plenty of times where you can, like the Keeley thing, you can magic it away.
Because even if she ran it at a 1% loss, that would take forever to get through $1 billion if she has $1 billion.
And I think they're just wanting to address that women's whatever sport is not, we are globally dicks about it.
I think it runs into the same problem all rich people have of like, oh, I really wish I could do this when they obviously could. It just would cost them money.
Right.
The thing they have more than anyone else in the world.
But I think the show wants to make some statement about the fact that, like, let's be real. If you don't keep pouring your own money into women's soccer, it will fold.
Yeah.
I don't know who's funding the WNBA, but I would be shocked if it is it's definitely not profitable at the NBA level.
It's come from a whole generation of television and stories making the worst thing you can be is non-profitable. A money sink. Welfare. Fucking
But
queens.
I'm just saying, like, they're not wrong that if some rich person doesn't keep pouring money into Lady Richmond, it'll go away and no one will mind. Except the women played.
To me, it's the secret.
It's not that they don't have fans, but it will not. If Richmond didn't want that done the way that the men's team has to be there, and that's not right. I'm not advocating this position for the world. I'm just saying
it's the secret reason why like rich people want to do away with public schools and do private schools.
Right.
Is that if it's not making money, they don't really understand it or think it's worth anything. Oh, private school. Well, they're making a profit off that. That must make it better. And not really. Like not everything has to be it's cool if this is just your hobby, and because you're so rich, your hobby is a global thing.
Right.
That's fine.
But if it was just going to stay a hobby, you don't have to have all this shit. You could just play somewhere.
Right.
In a park on a Sunday.
It makes me think that as much as conservatives say that sports is so important for team building and stuff,
right.
if it wasn't a money generator and a money loser, they would ditch it.
Right. And hear me out. My takeaway on it was that, this might fold and not make enough money and blow a hole in the men's team. No, the men's team always supplements that. They always have two.
Yeah.
I don't know how much you're spending on the men's team, but any sport, I guarantee you are paying all of those people a whole digit on their check more than any game. Game. Like, you should absolutely, I love that we can have a world where you can play a child's game like baseball as an adult.
Yeah.
Like, that's fucking cool.
That's kind of cool.
You should not make more than like an air traffic controller.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not saying you can't make air traffic controller money.
Right.
But come on, you're playing baseball for a living. You should feel like you're getting away with something at that point. Like, I make I make $100,000 a year playing baseball. Holy fuck. You can definitely afford a house or whatever. You're good. You shouldn't make $1 million every at bat or whatever the fuck. And like, I guarantee whatever that translates to on football, that's how when Roy's like, but budgets are just a made up number. And I like where he's going with it, but my first thought was, well, have you guys read a binder as thick about the men's team as you just read about the women's team? Because I feel like we're putting scrutiny where it shouldn't go.
Right. I did like it till he coming for his locker room. Then he's like, fuck you.
Yep.
But he is telling them, like, that's just not in the budget. And he's like, what's a budget? That's a made up number. Like, what's the budget?
And he's existentially, he's not wrong.
Right.
No, it's a real number that someone made up.
So to bring this back to the point of the episode, sorry we went on that fucking, left-wing commie tangent about fucking money and how it ruins everything. But we need to have some tension in the show of the women's team failing when it can't really. She's independently wealthy and could float this probably indefinitely. And so we have to make up a reason she can't, and it feels made up and not real.
Right, it feels TV show.
And so there's a big binder, a huge binder that we never read one single thing from. Higgins reads it and says it's bad.
Right.
And that's it. And so there's a whole binder full of reasons that we can't name one, but there's a binder full of them for sure that this might be a bad idea. And then even the show goes, let's burn that thing and never speak of it again.
Right.
Which, so even though it feels made up, know why it's there, and it serves the purpose it needs to as...
If they are truly like, well, then let's burn that binder. If it's a show going, so here's our made up show reason, set fire to it. We're never going to talk about it again.
Right.
I can live with that. Because otherwise it is Ted Lasso back and forth for me. We got Beard being scared this episode.
So at first I
was scared that he didn't want Ted to see him because he was worried that he'd gone to...
Well, Beard is so weird, it's hard to actually track why he's doing any random shit he's doing. So at first he's just he's got this huge, wild, crazy hair and the beard's grown out and he's hiding behind a blinders and thing. And I thought it was like, there's something that happened with Jane. And I'm like, oh, maybe he doesn't want to talk to Ted about that. Oh, wait. In the finale of the last season, he abandoned Ted on that plane to go stay with Jane. And he feels like he abandoned Ted. Maybe he feels ashamed of that. Maybe there was something we didn't see off in between within the 3 years have canonically gone by.
But
no. It actually has a pretty funny runner of he's Roy's assistant coach now, and we're treating that like a relationship of like, I can't ask you to leave him. I know. I would never ask.
And so over the episode, we see Beard just be weird.
Because he obviously wants to go and assistant coach with Ted. And Roy, at first I thought Roy wouldn't care.
Right.
It's actually funnier to me that Roy does care.
Yeah. Roy finding a weird ass arcane rule to get, and he has to almost talk Beard into it of like, hey, dummy.
Beard doesn't quite get it. Like, maybe other Richmond...
You did it too. Yes, and what I did was fine, but what you did is a fireable offense. Other Richmond
teams
clubs
may have different policies. You're right. I'm so sorry.
It's unforgivable. I'm gone. Yep.
Which I was like, well, I mean, a truly emotionally secure man would just tell him it's so fine to go coach with Ted. But I guess, but also Beard's weird. Maybe he needs.
I don't know. I took it that like Roy understands that Beard you can't tell him to leave. That'll make a whole thing.
You know what? You're right. It's funnier if Beard needs a Bushido code samurai thing.
I was released. Yeah.
I was released from duty, which means I don't have to commit seppuku.
Right. Because you can't quit.
I can go serve another vassal lord because I was exiled.
Yeah, that's how I took it. that Beard needed that. So
that's way funnier.
That coincides with the thing that was the most fun for the episode for me. So the other coach from Sex Education.
Yes. Fuck, what's her name in the thing? Chilton.
Yes, Alice Chilton.
Alice Chilton.
So she quits immediately at the start of it. You passed me over. She wasn't passed over. No one else was ever considered.
Does that make you feel better?
Right. So did you consider any women? No.
And so it cuts. That's how she exits that room with like, did you ever consider me for head coach? No. And Rebecca says that with confidence and not feeling bad about it. No, I never considered you. Brutal, but honest, and she's okay with that. Did you ever consider any woman? And Rebecca does have to sit with that because she didn't. She wanted Ted.
But it's not. She didn't even consider men. She considered Ted.
And I know we might be giving the excuse of all fucking
right. That's the excuse every time.
Right.
I get it.
But having seen what Rebecca's mindset was, and so here's why we need the binder. If it didn't matter who coached, then she could use anyone.
She needs a miracle.
If she needs a miracle to happen for this to work, and that's why the binder's here, I get it. Thinking about it now, the binder's the weakest part of this, but it needs something like that needs to be here.
Right. Because she has to be told, look, all things being equal, this fails. The way that other great clubs have failed.
It can't just be successful. It has to be.
What is your special sauce?
It has to be undeniably successful.
That you have that no one else has. And like, then we can't rebuild ever. We have to have the Richmond culture from jump. And I'm sure Alice, she cares about her players. She knows the game. She's going to take a few years to build. Like a normal person.
Yeah. And it is unfair that the Richmond team got to flail in obscurity for like 30 years.
Right, but the women's team will not have that
But
option.
they can't, and I get that that's unfair, but we need to give them the best chance possible. They don't need a coach, they need a miracle, and Rebecca only knows one.
Right. And I love Ted. We all know it's going to happen. That like, oh yeah, whatever, lady, you said Friday is your last day? I feel like Ted's got you by then. Yeah.
The whole audience is just like, yeah, sure.
All right.
You think so, but whatever. Because it's very much like Roy in the first season of like, oh man, you think he hates us now? Wait till we win him over.
Right.
Oh, he'll be fucking furious.
Ted finding out, like, well, he impresses her by having memorized her crazy fucking binder of stats on the players.
I'm really excited to meet this Chilton.
Yeah. This thing's a work of art.
This thing's a work of art. It's the most compelling binder since BC Boys' License to Ill.
Yeah. I don't know what that is. Well, then let me be the first to invite you to fight for your right party. When he goes to get the story, like in between the stats, who is this person? Of their goalie? And she's like, why would I want the story of our goalie? Goalies are insane.
I like that it's like, okay, so that's going to work for the sisters. Like, who was born first? I'm like, and she's like, why would it matter? And I'm like, so you've never met siblings ever. Like, I'm not even talking about twins, but siblings. So what? Like, what are you talking about?
No, one of you I knew people that lorded over being minutes, like 2 or 3 minutes early.
Like, who cares about that? In my experience, twins,
man.
It's just like that twins I knew in college, all the way to one becoming a doctor and the other one going to jail for burning down his abortion clinic. Like, oh my God.
Shit. So he goes over to talk to the goalie who doesn't use gloves.
Which I was like, in the defense, like, oh, the big clubs won't touch her. Why? She doesn't use gloves. And I'm like, I don't know if it's supposed to read that the big clubs are very, like, in
staunch.
In Moneyball, where that pitcher throws weird and they don't want to think.
Right.
But with like the gloves, I'm like, wait, isn't that a safety thing?
That's probably an insurance thing.
What if she
Yeah.
breaks her fingers on that without gloves? Wouldn't they be liable?
Like, doesn't that
I mean,
hurt? The sting's the part of it, right, Coach?
Again,
I don't know.
Well, let me ask you this: when you have sex,
Condom or no?
condom or no? Okay.
And he just waddles back.
So
to
what was So what was her story?
You were right. Goalies are crazy. My mistake.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll work on the other ones. Like, but I feel like that one was
That's on me. That's on me.
so
Yeah.
Ted Letterkenny goalies are always weird, man.
Right.
It has a great moment by the end where they're trying to deal with the locker room situation.
Yes.
And Keeley gets a great moment of like negotiating towards what she wants, obviously, which is the visitors' locker room.
Yeah.
She has a great moment with Roy there, where Roy asks about Beard and what he should do.
Mhm.
I have something special with someone. I thought it was special, but their heart belongs with another. You're talking about Beard, obviously.
Absolutely. Yeah. Also,
And-
Roy revealing that it's a tried and true tradition in football to make the other person's locker room a little too warm, smell
Hooks
weird,
higher
whatever,
so
hooks
they
high.
feel small. I'm
Yeah,
like
just little sight
fucking
games.
varsity shit.
Only Roy has taken it to an art form and has made it a fucking hallucinatory, like,
But that shit's that's just for amateurs. I want to feel them feel like they're fucking hallucinating.
because she keeps picking the pin up because he keeps rolling up. That's going to keep happening. That side of the bench is an inch lower than every other.
The lights flicker and there's a rat runs across like,
Oh, yeah,
that's Jonathan.
Jonathan.
He's trained to run across the room like that when the lights are on.
There's the big. She's like, I guess the only thing really actually wrong with it then is this post in the middle. Oh yeah, no, that's inconvenient. I put that there. And he takes a pops the thing out of the top of it and just knocks it down.
And
love it.
To me, that's a great Roy moment of like, oh, there's a cute little tradition amongst sports players of
That Roy's taken.
but that Roy is taken to a completely unreasonable level. Like, yeah, that feels right. But they get the locker room at the end, and there is a real like, you reminded why, because I thought this episode was a little slower, and like we're getting to know everybody again. We have to kind of start from zero.
Yep.
With a lot of characters. And then by the end of it, you're reminded, like, oh, this is why I watched Ted Lasso.
They run into that locker room, dude.
They walk into the locker room, and good on all these new actresses that I don't know yet, really. But they all look at their names on the lockers, and they touch them. And you can tell that it didn't feel...
I teared up.
It didn't feel real to them until their names and the women's team's logo was spray painted on the side. They're a real football team now.
Yeah.
And it fucking read to me. It hit hard.
Yeah.
No,
it made me not, I can't wait to see the rest of the season
and
now.
credit goes to Keeley for that. Keeley did it, but also Ted's the one that makes it a moment.
Yeah.
He's the one that knows.
Why don't we go through here?
Yeah. That Ted is the one that can present it. And I know that means that this show is going to run on a bunch of women have great ideas. They have to filter through a guy.
Yeah.
So that sucks.
Yeah. I'm wondering how they're going to deal with that. Because I feel like the show might be setting that up to deal with that.
Right. But also, Chilton, despite her best efforts, is slowly being won over. The locker room thing hits her really hard. She sees one of the players get her ACL torn out, which actually is part of her backstory. Which, Jesus, they go into her backstory like how many times she tears
Blew out both ACL and then blew out the first one a second time.
Like,
and
Jesus.
that into the career, yeah.
I've only known one person that tore their ACL.
Same.
And their leg was never the same.
No. They heard it snap like a rubber band.
Yeah, and
they were like, it was an audible noise they heard.
I wasn't there when it happened to them, but I did hear, like, from secondhand account, the family member that was with them was like, I've never seen that man in so much pain, even when we were in that car crash and he was pinned to a fucking...
there was a girl that was leaving work and she got about a half block away on her bicycle, like riding a bike, and went off a curb and just like not a big thing, but it popped. Oof. And we heard her scream. Like we ran from work because we heard her scream. It was definitely... She's a tough little punk kid too. It was very much like, I've never seen you cry.
No.
Are you going to murder me for having seen you cry?
Later, obviously, when this heals up, you have until then to live. I was
also in my early 20s. It was one of the first big lessons of like, don't call an ambulance. You will break me. Like you will break my life. Don't call an ambulance.
Right. Screaming over a torn ACL. Don't call my... that will ruin my life, not this
Not
current
this.
thing happening.
Yeah.
But what's it when he says, I need you to make the decision, or like he gives her a going away present and then goes away and like, I had to send all those women home. I found my assistant coach.
Yeah.
And he's like, now before you say anything, I want you to think about it. And he goes into the corner, gives her 5 seconds.
All right.
And
now I need an answer.
She smiles and she covers it up before he turns around. But
he got her.
We as the audience,
We've been waiting that whole time. He's gonna get you on one of these.
that we've seen Ted do this. Like, as long as you are not Rupert level evil, Ted's gonna get you. And Rebecca has to give the speech of like all these feminist quotes she's been going with. I like that Higgins quotes is the one she finally. His mom is the one like strong women stand up for themselves, stronger women stand up for others, which is pretty good. And she gives a big speech to Chilton about like,
let me finish.
and like, I have accepted the job here. Oh, great! Oh man, now we're cooking. Hey, how much better did it feel to get that job offer from a man?
Joking.
That was a joke. I know, it was hilarious.
Oh my God, I'm sorry. That comeback was. I know, it was hilarious. And like, I think she meant it. I think that's her laugh face.
I think that was. I think she thought it was funny.
That was great. Yeah.
But also, Rebecca freaking out about if she's not a feminist or not.
Mom, am I a feminist? God, I hope I raised you better than that. Like,
man,
everything her mother says in that dinner.
Yeah. Forgot about her mom, and was immediately reminded what kind of person her mom was. But her complaining to Keeley after that, of like, she explained it. She told me I was a women-hating non-feminist. Like, she didn't say, like, Higgins, like, she didn't say any of that. She implied it.
The implications, everything.
And I don't mean to be on the side of the paranoid person. Like, I think it was another time this week I was on the like paranoid person side.
That's what she meant.
But I'm like, no, man, she straight up implied
Higgins,
that.
don't be naive. That's what she meant.
That is exactly what she didn't say, but did say.
Right. And I love that Rebecca calls her out of like, hey, so what you said made me think and was a good idea.
Yeah.
If you ever say it to me like that
say
again,
that to me fucking again, I
you
swear
need to figure
God.
out tact. You have good ideas. If you don't figure out tact, I will murder you before we can implement them. Yeah. No, I'm loving this show. I can't wait for.
Cool to see Beard back. I wonder how he's going to bounce off with Chilton. I wonder where.
I suspect they're going to date.
That's cool. I mean, that would definitely be better than Jane was always a problematic character. That probably should have gotten dealt with earlier.
Just the way that Beard talked about Chilton for just a second.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, man, I think Beard likes her.
Maybe that's what happened with Jane.
Maybe.
Ooh, that's a big. That means Jane could probably come back in the middle of the season and really fuck up some shit.
Yep. Which feels like a very one episode Jane thing.
I'm wondering where Nate the Great is.
Mm-hmm, same.
And there was that other Kit Man in the last season, the one they got to replace Nate.
The new kid, yeah.
I kind of miss him.
Yeah. Though this time we have what's her name? C-word. Carolyn C-word.
Oh man, Chilton. She's a bit of a
C-word.
What's the like?
Carolyn C-word.
Come on, just be honest. She's a complete C-word. Carolyn C-word, massage therapist extraordinaire. Having like
we literally just finished going through fucking lines of dialogue at Death Hog, picking out a joke structured almost like that.
We structured that exact joke, and I was like,
Garzan's in motherfucker instead, but yeah.
Yeah, I was like, well, hope people are liking this season of Ted Lasso, because that's our level. That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. How many seasons does this?
Episodes, you mean?
No, I mean, how many seasons are they greenlit for? Are they?
Oh, I don't know. I think they're just one back and done. I thought I'm scared to ask for more.
I would think that without multiple seasons, you can't quite get into as much like character work as you did with characters like Jamie and Nate. It was sad to hear Jamie got transferred to another Barcelona team, especially since we get to see the team locker with all the other names like McAdoo and Rojas, and I'm like, so we're not going to see all those characters either. We could easily just not see Jamie.
Creators and everybody have said they have strong interest in season 5, but it's not actually been officially greenlit.
Okay, all right.
But that depending on interest, they will probably start breaking it
All right.
While
So you write this season in a way that you could end it and not be totally fucking everybody over.
Yeah.
But I would leave a little bit so that we can do a multi-character arc sort of thing. Which is hard because, like, that's what screwed up Legend of Korra, was that they thought it was going to be a one and done and they had to make more.
Right, then they had to pick it up again.
And it fucks with a creative team.
Yeah. Well, you got anything else on Diaries?
No, I think, we can move on to patreon.com/tvdudes.
Patreon.com/tvdudes. That is the place where for $1 an episode, you get a bonus episode.
But $1.
But $1. Could be any kind of dollar.
What kind of bonus episode, Les?
Well, usually we review movies. And this week we're talking about The Devil's Mouth. We talking about Avatar. We talked about Aang, The Last Airbender. All kinds of movies. The new Spider-Man movie. A little Peter Spiderman. We were talking about that. All sorts of stuff. You also get the entire back catalog of Patreon, going back years of crazy bonus stuff. Here are reviews of all sorts of things. All of our opinions. Plus, it's a great way to hear the normal episode each week. At the higher tier, you can do what John Paul's going to do. Pick out the show that we talk about. Next week, we're going to talk about Diara from Detroit.
Yeah. Are you new to the show and you hate me and Les's voices? You can go back on our Patreon page and find where we were never on it.
Yes, there are years before us. In the long ago. I speak the true. That's patreon.com/tvdude. TV dudes, folks. That's probably going to bring us over to our main course for the week.
Yes. Furious! Let's get furious!
If you wanted to talk to me, you could have just faked a heart attack.
You wouldn't have come.
You're right. There are 3 victims we know of. Neighbors say they saw a woman.
Descriptions of her are all over the place because she's always hiding her face.
Your first case as an FBI agent, and you think you have a serial killer.
I do.
Oh. Female killers know their victims. They kill for power, control. Being a victim of violence makes you colder. More calculating. Don't you think so?
I believe there's a deeper motivation here.
She wanted me to give you this.
Why is she telling us who's next?
I really think the homicides are payback.
I feel like I've met you before.
We have met before. I was 15.
This is all part of her plan.
Alice, you need to be careful. She's dangerous.
Catherine?
You have no idea who you're dealing with. You are gonna end up dead.
I've been waiting for you.
All right, let's talk. Furious.
You mean that awesome fucking movie we watched with Joe Taslim?
No, unfortunately. Making a show of that would have been fucking rad,
Too
though.
generic title.
Yeah, it is a very generic title. I could be angry about it. What's the better word for that? Furious. It's an American crime drama television series created by Elizabeth Merriweather, loosely inspired by the 87 film Black Widow, produced by 20th Television, Searchlight Television. It stars Emmy Rossum, who you know from Shameless. That was her big role.
Right.
She really killed it on that.
She was Rossum in that.
Yep, she was fucking Rossum in it. She's FBI agent Alice Black. Stars alongside Lola Pettigrew, Scoot McNairy, Quincy Tyler Bernstein, and Jake Lacey.
Jake!
Oh my God, in a very unlacy role. We'll get to it. Premiered on Hulu July 27th, 2026, with a huge, 4-episode drop, 3-episode drop, 4-episode drop, right away.
It was a lot. Well, I think that's the way to do it now.
It really is. And honestly, smart move. I got fully into it.
Yeah.
So this show is kind of a Killing Eve, but also kind of
it's actually
task sad.
To me, Killing Eve is equal parts Sandra Oh and what's her name as Villanelle. God, but they're both equally compelling pieces of that show.
Right.
This one, I actually am surprisingly more interested in the cop than the serial killer.
And yeah, I like their serial killer setup. They've made some changes from Black Widow from what I was reading on the synopsis of that movie.
No, she's also cool.
And she's cool, but no, the real story and the meat of all of this is all the backstory, and I think it's why we haven't really met other people other than the most recent episode. We haven't met secondary characters to the killer the way that we met secondary characters to Villanelle. Whatever.
No, her name was Villanelle.
Villanelle?
Fucking, yeah, subtle.
It's like, yeah, the subtlety's dead.
I know writers who use subtext, and they're all cowards.
Say what you mean, Nick. So, Emily Merriweather, she created New Girl.
New Girl. That was an interesting one to see on this.
Right.
Also, the Mad to See Freed.
She did Bless This Mess, which was cute.
Oh, okay.
Then she did The Dropout about
Right.
Elizabeth Holmes, which was badass.
Yeah, the Theranos. Fucking, yeah.
And then she did Dying for Sex, which is the greatest show I watched that year.
No, that might be her opus, her fucking...
That was a holy shit. Like, honestly, finding out that she also did New Girl was like a, huh. So you had like another life before this life.
Right.
Like, and seriously, prior saying that you created New Girl is a huge fucking
the dude
feather in your cap.
that did the Hangover movies also did fucking Chernobyl.
Right. Right.
My God. Okay.
Like, no. That was a great thing at the top of your resume until this. And now only put this. You never worked there.
Yeah, you didn't do that.
Yeah. So the premise of this thing, it's following Agent Alice Black on the hunt for this mysterious and calculating female serial killer that we see from the start. She's crazy. Both walk their own paths towards justice. Okay, that's a fair way to put that.
I guess.
And as their lives start to intertwine, the line between right and wrong starts to blur. Okay. I think there's more going on. That's a very vague premise.
Yeah. So our serial killer was basically trafficked as a young girl.
Yeah.
And had
she's Epstein Island.
Yeah. Had a friend / lover that was also trafficked and ended up dead. So
died at a party when they were both like 15 or so.
Yeah.
It looks like pretty young. She's still young.
And so now all these people involved in that incident are turning up dead in mysterious circumstances because she is out to, not sure what recently has, like...
Well, they find one prior. There's the guy they couldn't connect that they're pretty sure was the actual on-the-ground trafficker.
Right.
He has a weird name.
So it has been going on for a minute before.
But they're all fentanyl overdoses.
Yeah.
And so it's...
With just... The first episode's pretty good about it, like, just enough work that the cops want to rule this as a suicide and get it off their plate.
And they're... I felt like until her most recent kill at the start of the show, she's been killing guys that are in that in-between of too connected to powerful people to keep investigating. If it looks like a suicide, rule it as a suicide.
Right.
But not actually so powerful that you have to explain this very well in the news. So, like, I feel like Jay, like the son, the judge that dies in the Halloween opener, I feel like is her first guy that, like, may have crossed a little bit of a line of, like, hey, so close this motherfucker quick, but also this is starting to look... like, when she shows up to back up Scoot's play of, like, so this is not a OD, right? This is staged. She calls him, like, this is obviously staged. You know this.
Yeah.
Why? Oh my God! You just want to rope me in on this with you?
Well,
because it's gonna blow up. Yeah, my captain told me to click and close it.
Yeah, but well, him as a cop really doesn't have the juice to do anything. But her as an FBI, even as a lowly FBI agent,
I just need to show you that, like, hey, so this is happening, and we can. My boss is going to make me close it
because it's a good opener to show us the first scenes we see of the killer and the cop are interesting because we show the killer just doing her thing.
Confident, not worried about it. When we see the dude get down the hallway and she just doesn't bother her.
Well, she's giving out candy at Halloween.
Right.
Like,
at his house.
Yeah. And it's very confident and we flip over to the cop and she's taking calls from the FBI tip line, which is only cranks and crazies and whoever finds the actual phone number on the FBI website. And you can tell that she's... And to me, I think the immediate thing I found was that, like, women, I do believe there is at least from the media I watch, that's written by women, it does seem to be that they are indicating that women have an intrinsic ability to eat shit more than the average dude can.
Yep.
Because she's just eating shit on this low level detail that she doesn't want to be doing, and
just not taken seriously by the people on the phone, not getting taken seriously by the other schmucks on the desk, and this is all just like first year law student type shit. Like this is the.
But also, she's not stooped to the point of making fun of them like her other colleagues on the phones.
Right.
She knows this is dumb and pointless, but is kind of professional about like, sorry, we can't help with that. And we're like,
yeah. No, when she takes the call away from one of the other dipshits, she has the better attitude there. I'm really liking how complicatedly fucked up Alice is. She's not okay.
Well, getting called back to that crime scene is she hasn't seen Scoot's McNeary's character in a minute. And
it's problematic that you can't give his character anything more interesting than his real name. Danny. Oh, that's right. Danny Kelly. How fucking Irish are you?
Danny Kelly.
I shit a potato this morning. A whole potato.
Whole potato. Fucking Danny Kelly. But the immediacy of these two have history shows up, and like, okay, cool. And then that something is gone. They haven't seen each other in a while.
That odd little nervous moment when he puts that cigarette out with his finger.
Yeah, because he wanted to look cool.
And like, why did you do? Oh no, that hurt. Why did I do that?
I don't know.
Like, because you're trying to impress her and you don't know how to do it or not do it.
Anyway, that murder is the guy that our serial killer has most recently killed. So that's what gets them on the tail. Obviously, a female serial killer is very odd for the FBI to. At first, they don't really want to take it seriously. And then when they do want to take it seriously, they are all but like it shows that and I believe that, man, not even just a sexist sort of thing, but I like an underling thing that your boss is always a fucking moron.
Right.
And that you have to like pretend to give them the idea of what you actually need to do.
Right.
And I'm like, hey, yo, so that's definitely, I bet you women have to do it more often than that, but also can relate. Like that's a universal, like...
Every woman I know is used to having to sit in a meeting and say a good idea and then wait for it to get repeated by a guy and then done.
Right. The Asian FBI guy, the liaison, he's a fucking craven dipshit.
Yep.
Like, when the boss supervisor comes down and just like, oh yeah, we should canvass a targeted search, man. Like, it just sucks his dick in that fucking meeting to the point where Scoot McNairy's like, I don't know what targeted search, and he just fucking like makes the jerk off hand motion, like fuck you guy, like.
But I'm thinking we could actually go to an actual location and do an actual thing. She was trained as a nurse. Maybe we go do. Like, yeah, he has like an actual thing to do.
Like maybe we go do actual police work. I don't know. Like, and, but she teams up with her actual buddy in the FBI.
Is Nora Washington, Quincy Tyler Bernstein. So she's badass from jump. The head of the sex crimes unit, which is where Alice wants to get transferred. And I love that she calls her out. It's like, hey, you asked to be transferred down here? Are you broken inside? What the fuck is wrong with you?
What's wrong with you?
Because like and even when she walks in, the pregnant lady that's working the desk at the front is like, so put it in an email and come back later. Like, why? No, because she's in the room.
Yeah, she's in the room
having a review. They have a special badge-in room where the child exploitation material they collect it and has to be reviewed for victim face. And she's like, no, we have facial recognition software, but also somebody has to actually look at these things when the facial recognition pings it.
Yeah, you got to actually verify and look at it. So it's just a room of nightmares.
Right. It's just a room that has definitely ruined sex and most of the life for anybody who's ever been in there. And like she comes out of there just like,
so you know what the punishment or shit detail is for this division, right?
Like, and she just put it in an email. Whatever the fuck you need, put it in an email. And like, I don't want to do that. But yeah, when she asked her, like, so you asked to be transferred here? You know, being transferred here, like the answering phones bitch detail you're doing now is that room here.
Right. So
this will destroy you.
And she's obviously been through the ringer with a previous case that actually connects with this and some other shit. And
she's kind of drunk.
She comes off as jaded and a little drunk, but also kind of found the balance needed to do this job, which is to no healthy person could do it. So
Right.
here's the level you can do it and still function.
And also recognizing that in doing her job, and she is as effective as you can be in it, like she does get the bathhouse or whatever the fuck, where their massage parlor, where they're where they're actually doing that. They point out one of like, but you got that place closed down. Yes, and not a single person was arrested for it except the girls.
Yeah. Dark.
And like, but also it's not like you quitting your job means that place didn't close at all.
Mm-hmm.
So you are still getting good done. It's just that you're only getting the first step, and you can see the whole staircase from where you are.
Yeah, but you're only ever allowed to do the first one.
But not doing the first step is still monstrous to leave that undone.
Right. No, like that.
So like she can't quit, but it's killing her to be ineffective.
But Alice is struggling because she had a actual transfer to the FBI because she used to be NYPD with Scoot.
And that unfolds in a quick little walk up a stairway with that one other cop, like "fuck yourself,
fuck you," and like, wow, okay, and but she dated
Marshall, Jake Lacey.
Yeah, she dated Marshall, Jake Lacey, who was another cop, but wasn't her partner. Her partner was Scoot.
Her partner's
but
Danny.
She dated another cop and Lacey, and that ended with him
putting her in the fucking
hospital. And it sounded like it was a regular habitual thing, or at least that he gets drunk and gets physical, and that night was worse than normal.
Like drags her out of the shower and beats her.
Right.
And that night actually put her in the hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it definitely didn't sound like that was the first time it happened.
No, it sounded like the first time that it had to get where she was unconscious for a day.
But anyway, she files a complaint, Adam, and the Thin Blue Line or whatever fucking...
they close ranks.
Close ranks on him.
Except
Danny, who has her back on it. And to his credit, he comes at her later hurt because she stopped talking to him.
Mm-hmm.
And he has a great speech. Where are they? In there? Well,
she
bar
didn't actually press charges or anything. Like she quit. No. She just quit and left. And she did but it's all rumors.
Yeah.
And,
she lodged a complaint or something.
Yeah, but like she didn't actually. Because he even says of like, so now people just think I backed you because
I'm your little bitch boy or whatever.
And there's not there's not more happening with it.
Yeah,
it's just stopped there, and you just left.
So none of these guys talk to me anymore, and you know what?
That's fine.
Fine, fuck them. But you don't talk to me anymore.
That was a great.
And I could he's hurt that he's feel like he's being punished for backing you.
Yes, by you,
and that sucks. And.
Also, he is carrying a torch for her.
He's
that is going
so
to
in love
burn
with her.
His life down.
So it sounds like they never actually fucked.
No.
Like Jake Lacey has a moment later where like I wish you just actually had fucked him.
Right.
And it definitely ruined McNeary's marriage for sure. And
but like Marshall and Danny have known each other there since childhood. It sounds like because he even says like, man, I always thought your dad was a piece of shit.
And I think like, man, he does know her pretty well. But not as an audience member, I get to omniscient know her.
Uh-huh.
And I want to scream at him like, but you don't know her. And
right.
You got to get out of here. Like you got to run. Like she's like, I think like you said, we're following a serial killer that's also not okay.
Right.
But frequently Alice is the one that I'm like, are you okay?
Yeah.
Do you want to like...
When Marshall realized in the newest episode, like the 5th episode, it's one of the rare times that they're talking. And he says like, hey, my mom told me that your dad threw you out when you were pregnant, when you were like a teenage, like young.
Yeah.
I didn't know, like, we were together for a long time.
I've known him since they were 14.
Yeah. And like, how did I never
talked about that.
know that? I didn't even know that about you.
Yeah.
And like, he's not mad. He's just more baffled.
It's one of those points where like, it was the only point in time where I felt like actually sympathetic with Jake Lacey because the previous time they wanted to talk, he brought the mom.
He was working it.
He was working it. And that's like fucking sleazy.
I liked Yoga Jones as his mom.
And Yeah, because the mom was like always liked her, but brought her around to talk to her and like, you gotta stop lying. You
First
little
half of
bitch."
that conversation, I was
Yeah.
like, shit, your mom likes her better than you.
Yeah,
And
not really.
Not really. No, her mom will fucking die defending you.
And it's all a play so that because he wants to get promoted, and it turns out like, okay, so nothing happened. It turns out like that.
But I've gotten sober. I'm sorry.
A complaint got filed, and now no one they'll back him as a detective, but no one wants to promote somebody to
like lieutenant
yeah. or captain or whatever that's gonna have a big scandal.
Right.
Like later.
You can be like Hitchcock or Scully, but you can't be Terry.
Right. So it's like, okay, so he did pay a price for this, and
Right.
he's butthurt about like that.
Yeah.
Also, he genuinely, at least from what we've seen, genuinely doesn't seem to remember.
No, I think he was blacked out during
drunk. But also, hey, those times previously, where did those bruises come from, man?
Right, man. Come on.
You're what kind of detective are you?
Did something. And also, we see his anger be just explosive. Like, he does not have a grip on, like...
He's white-knuckling sobriety.
Right, well... So, we'll get to that latest episode. Jesus Christ, that's the meanest thing I've seen somebody do somebody in a long time.
Yeah. You know that point in where, like that first episode of Dexter where like, oh, well, he's killing really bad serial killer dudes. But then the way he kills them is like in a ritualistic box of plastic and like,
right.
Oh, so this isn't okay.
Yeah, now you're making it weird.
No,
again.
you're making it very weird.
So in the first episode, we see her kill. It's not Jay Easton; it's the younger. Kid, whatever.
Yeah,
the son.
yeah. It's
and
the
then
son. Yeah.
We watch her work her way up then to Rob Delaney.
Right, from one of our favorite characters.
Yeah,
from
Dying for Sex. Yeah. I just
break your...
thought my rock hard dick broke your foot.
And
as Oliver Charles, that kill was one of the craziest things I've seen on a TV show. Not because of the kill, but his daughter comes home while because usually she, like I said, is fentanyl overdose. She's confident as fuck. She takes her sweet time with it.
Well, the kills are she is very enjoying, and she's very methodical.
She has no qualms about what she's doing. And she is psycho.
And it's like the greatest example of hurt people of like, so there is no done with this with her. Like, she kills all these guys, and I'm like, okay, she's gonna find more guys to
she's right. She's gonna be doing this. There are other trafficked girls who need their pimps killed or whatever.
Like, I have a hard time believing that she's just gonna go and get the last guy and go, well, that's it, all out of my system. I feel like we're gone.
And everybody that's like, what are you gonna do when this is done? Do you think this will make you happy? And like, I don't think she's that worried about it. I think that's a plan that'll work itself out.
Yeah, I think she's gonna see how that plays first.
Right.
Then,
let's get there and find out. You know, we'll kill.
Well,
that
maybe
bridge.
5 pedophiles don't fill the hole inside me, but what about 50?
Right.
Like maybe it's a numbers game.
Maybe it's a numbers game. So, man,
But she actually pulls Delaney's daughter to her side a little bit.
Yeah. No, when the daughter's sitting there with her hair cut short at the end, and it's that was the creep moment. The things that she whispers to them as they're dying are shit that was definitely said to her
for sure.
While she was being raped at like 13 or 14.
Well, she's doing the girl's hair, and then the girl says something about,
oh, my dad doesn't want me to cut it because he says guys like girls with long hair.
Yes.
And it's almost, I mean, like, I've heard that said to like, and that's not an uncommon thing to have said.
And I'm like, I think at the time I was like, so I'm gonna give you the credit that that's not a sexual thing, which it totally is. I for sure think it is. But even if it's not,
no, your dad's compartmentalizing that in some part of his brain where he's trying to not think of you like that.
Yeah.
But I think but also we know your dad's a fucking creep.
Oh yeah, no. But also, let's take that off the table for a minute. It's still you as a doll.
Absolutely.
Like,
you're
woman,
an object.
The woman he loves most in the world probably is still an object that he fucking
he is quite literally like hair grooming for sex with other people.
Yeah.
No, like other guys will find you sexually attractive, honey. Keep your hair long.
Yeah. No, Bleh. And that was like another like moment for her that changed the equation of like, okay, cool.
Yep. Because when she like, so what did my dad do to you? You really want to know?
Yeah, check this out. And then she shows up with that hair short and like, yeah, okay, so that I don't know what she said, but I know kind of what she said.
And we get almost that same moment again in this most recent episode. So at the end of the fourth one, we see our killer Catherine.
Where she's actually hanging out.
Yes, she goes to Alden's house, and Alden is this dude in a wheelchair. She's actually
a trained nurse.
Yes. Like a home health nurse. Yes.
Yeah, because she was actually trained in that foster care thing for nurse
where she
care.
met Isabel, where they got trafficked from. I mean, not from that org, but they ran away because they met the dude while at that age.
So this guy needs a full-time nurse.
Yep.
And that's how they met, obviously.
Only he loves her. I mean, loves her. And
sure.
And she really does in whatever capacity that means for her.
Yeah, I think she does feel something.
This is the closest to a genuine relationship that she has.
Even though she still fucks him.
She's still lying to him.
Well, I mean, not only that, she brings...
she brings the... So at this point, she's managed to work her way up to the fucking... Well, because she met on Tinder and fucked her way into the house of... Campbell Scott, the lawyer for that rich family, because she's working her way up to like the main dude, like to the Epstein of it, for her.
Where she just won't leave in the morning.
Yes. What are you going to do if I just don't?
What if I just don't
go get
leave?
your dad. And that was masterful. Jesus Christ. So then when she's just running fake Zoom meetings out of there, putting her feet up. Yeah, Karen, can you please do your job? I got to take this.
I'm sorry.
All of that was fucking great. Ellen, that coffee would be great when you can get it. But yeah, she kidnaps Campbell Scott from there with fentanyl because I don't know where she got that from a hospital.
Which
but Jesus
I guess
Christ,
hasn't been reported yet, or at least the cops aren't treating as a big deal yet.
I think she's at this point kidnapping people who may not be going to cops.
Because they were worried about going to cops from her presence already.
They seem surprised when they pop into Alden's and find that body immediately.
Yeah, they were not looking for him.
Though, man, Alden's not scared because there is no world in which that dude got out of that wheelchair and crammed a syringe into Campbell Scott's eye. At this point, there is no overdose look to any of this.
Yeah, no.
She has to fight him.
Already she's already laid the picture with the cops, so she's already kind of given up the ghost on the cops are looking for me.
Yeah. When she gets to Alden's and says, my uncle, I have a secret too. My uncle's out in the van. He's trying to kick heroin. He's going to sound like he's in pain, but like, it's not a bad cover.
Right.
But also it's the kind of lie that you got to want to believe.
Yeah. You got to not ask any follow-up.
You got to not want to ask follow-ups.
Yeah.
And that'll get you a long way. Her uncle makes some terrible noises as she's torturing him with a curling iron.
And she brings in, makes basically his house a crime scene, which is just like, well, that's not
that's not nice to do to anybody.
But then again, we've seen her use the women's shelter as her own little and fuck
that
over the
lady that moment when she busts the picture out on the phone of, hey, so when we had sex, I took a picture of you, and she manipulates the lady at the So that entire sequence in the first episode of her being too late for a bed at a shelter, but I think she showed up too late on purpose. Pixel girl who was also too late.
Yeah.
Suckers her into punching her in the face, steals her purse, and then calls a battered women's shelter, which is
anonymous,
like a safe space is anonymous, and
she's
and won't ask fucking weird questions.
Yeah, using spaces and things available to women in a surreptitious way.
But
and
those moments, she feels like whatever gross mercenariness trafficking is, she has the same.
Whatever this is about, this isn't justice for women. She's willing to fuck over anyone, regardless of gender, to get at these guys. This is justice for her.
Yeah. This is and in her mind, justice for Isabel. But honestly, her memories are fucked up, and she does not know what happened to the other girl and what happened to her.
I got strangled a lot.
A lot.
Anytime she goes into,
She's got neuropathy in her fingertips. She can't feel her fingers.
She goes into her backstory at all. She always goes into it like a weird smile on her face. Like she is disaffected and...
Well, when she says it in group of like, hey, so you know what you can do? Like the woman next to her was just coming unglued and at the women's shelter. And she's like, just pretend like it's not you.
Yeah.
She even tells the girl's dad that as well. Of like, no, you just look at your feet. Those aren't my feet. Say it. And like, that's creepy. Please stop doing that.
I'll teach you how to disassociate. Hold on.
Right. Like, oh yeah, this is a girl that's like, hey, no, have I got the secret power for you? It's a thing I discovered. I call it dissociation. Yeah, no, that's a thing.
No, but yeah, but that's on the serial killer side of it. And actually, I really enjoy the cop side more because I find Alice to be a really compelling character.
So Jake Lacey, her ex-boyfriend Marshall, did definitely beat the living shit out of her, and she's traumatized enough from it that she's not showering for stretches of time
because he grabbed her in the shower.
Yeah,
and you stink.
All of that is there's a lot of little small. The reveal that that's happening is interesting. That we get it from her sister, who she doesn't feel connected to. All of that is quick and gives you a lot of depth to it. And then the sister revealing to Danny that, no, man, you know she doesn't shower, but you don't know why. Like, what are you talking about? Like, yeah, no, she avoids showers because of what he did to her. What are you talking about?
I keep forgetting she has a sister.
So does she.
Like,
because like she's like, no, she's not my sister. Okay, that's a fucked up thing to say. We're on our way to her engagement party. I need you to spray this on you because you reek, and we are definitely going.
We gotta go to this. Like, she doesn't want to really interact with the society in any way that is human anymore.
No, she just wants to go hunt things.
She doesn't even really want to deal with Jake Lacey anymore. Like, she's just kind of done with that. The only real impetus that is changed is that affects what she wants to do at work. Because
she only deals. It's very pointed. She only deals with Jake Lacey when it is in her way at work.
And because Nora is actually trying to protect her by taking her off the case, because she's going to go after her boss is somewhat covered up this or involved or something.
Right.
And she's going to go after him and doesn't want her in it.
In a way that she definitely, like I said, like shied away from in order to keep doing that first step in the staircase at least. She did not go after her boss years ago. And is going to do it now, but also knows what that's going to do. It's going to fucking scorched earth your career. And is trying to protect Alice. But I love when Alice is like, yeah, but I'm already kind of half damaged. Why don't you use me?
Well, I could have used you.
Right.
But you pulled a gun on your...
You pointed a gun at him. I didn't point it.
Well, that was because that was the night when he brought over to the mom, and he asked, like, could you just talk to my captain? And basically lie.
And he does reach across her, and shut that car door.
Yeah.
And that's a threatening move.
And she pulls the gun, does not point it at him, and I made a point of that later. I'm like, okay, so you can be in a deposition later and say you didn't point it at him and not be lying.
But I also love when she yells it back at Danny of like, I didn't point it at him. That's not, oh man, that is not the clarification I needed right then. You're missing the point here.
But also I like that Jake Lacey has to basically do the math on that. Like, so they're both cops? And yes, he has more juice as a male white cop. But also, he's not 100% sure if she drops him here right now, how much are the police just going to want to not deal with that and say that, hey, there was already rumors that he was beating her, and
so she goes home after that night and
calls up on
a dude from an app to come over and have like, I'm not just rough sex, like really
actually
punch her in the face, rough sex,
and throw her into a fucking wall.
And at the time, in that episode and the next one, I really believed it that no, this just complicates her life because she does like sex like that. And also her ex is abusive. They are separate things that you can't get people to split often enough. And then people are going to blame her or victim or whatever.
I thought Jake, like that was the reason they got together, is that they both liked that.
Right.
But he's actually confused later.
Right.
When, like, is that what you wanted from me?
And so then with what she does at the end of in the latest episode, now I'm not sure that she didn't act that. Knowing they had to go to a deposition the next day, that she didn't do that on purpose so that she showed, because Lacey is confused as fuck. When she walks in bruised, like with black eyes, and he's like, So
the
you left
fuck
my house
happened?
at like 10 p.m. What the fuck? Did that happen after you left me?
Right.
And
then she makes sure to talk with him where the FBI
she
have
never,
cameras.
but yeah, like she never says anything. It's just like, oh, and I honestly didn't think it was like, okay, well, this is just inconvenient or whatever, and like it's not her problem.
Well, we didn't mention that he's also working the case.
Right,
Like, that's
right.
why she has to interact with him so much as well.
But now with her, now that I look at that as step one, and she had to escalate because it didn't get the job done.
Yeah.
He retaliated off that.
Yeah, he makes a complaint to her of like pulling a gun.
The gun on him. Yeah, which makes
like,
Nora have
and
to not use her.
the wording of it's like, well, she showed up to my house and pulled a gun on me. Like, you invited her to your house.
She was there for a while.
And then in order to get away clean, she pulled a gun.
So that you'd leave her alone.
So like, and it's the manipulation to, so I'm like, I don't feel that bad for him.
No.
But he does genuinely seem confused and want to talk to her about that for a minute.
Right.
And I'm like, I'm sure eventually it would have worked around.
He will eventually he is not at fault here, and he would like you to help him.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was going to work around, but
she
fucking
calls it, well, she's having like a weird for her character, and we are several episodes in, so I was like, what is going on with you? She opens up a bag that she keeps up in a closet, all of her shit from him. She lives in like an undecorated apartment right now.
Yeah.
And gets all like, puts on a skirt that he made her buy, and a top, and like a top, and has all of his photos. And one of them framed of the two of them really does make her go, oh. But then she gets to the photos of her.
They ordered
beat.
in a particular order that makes me
Uh-huh.
think that she stacks that in a like to
take herself through this.
Yeah. Because
the ones at the bottom are her actual incident photos.
With her fucking face fucked up.
And so I didn't quite know what was good. She also pours a healthy belt of whiskey.
Yep.
And man, when he comes through the door and
you've
it's
been
like,
drinking? I'm sorry, does
Christ,
that
when
bother
did you
you?
start?
Sorry, I'm a little nervous.
That whole act at the door, I was like, man, if you're sober and you fall for this, that's a little bit on you.
Well,
you've known this woman for a long time, and I've only known her for four or five episodes now, and I'm telling you, that's an act.
Yeah.
She's fucking with you.
Well, also, we never saw what she was like when.
No,
maybe this is always.
Maybe this
been
is
this
what
act.
she's been. Maybe she's mostly done the. It is scary.
It's because she's not like what she is with Kelly,
Danny.
with Danny. So I'm like, oh, but Danny's not. She's not in the relationship. She was in a relationship with
Danny. Always saw her
with Lacey.
Even though Danny doesn't know, nobody knows any bits about her backstory because she does not share. But Danny was seeing a more real her.
Yeah, and
I think than Jake Lacey.
Yeah, because she
Marshall
at least
did.
would be a little bit more honest, and even then, I don't think he's getting the whole picture. But when
but she's not.
He wants
maybe not revealing the whole picture, but not adding on a different lie.
He wants me to call his captain and lie, and Danny basically says, "Well, maybe you should. It might get to her make things easier for you." And normally in that scene, how that would go would be she gets mad, like, "How dare you throw me a lie?" But actually, she comes back with, "No, that would make us both liars.
I can't do that,
and I would never do that to you.
You are still working here, yeah."
And he just fucking takes that and accepts it, and like doesn't push it any further. And like when he has that conversation with Jake Lacey later, where like Jake Lacey's trying to fucking buddy up to him or something.
Oh, are we talking again?
Like, dude, fuck
you're a piece of shit.
Like, piece of shit. Go get help. Do a dream journal or something.
Yeah, learn to fucking cry.
Be better.
I don't know, man.
Like, be better. I don't know.
Great. Oh,
like
this is making me want to rewatch *Halt and Catch Fire* because he's so fucking good in that.
But yeah, she invites Jake Lacey over. They get into a very emotional conversation, and like trade some real stuff. And then she basically seduces him.
Like she really makes the move
and gets close to him and starts touching him. Like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to." And even to his credit, when she kisses him, he immediately like, "This doesn't feel right. I shouldn't do that.
I need to make double like triple dog sure that you. What are we doing? You hated like, but Danny had also told him earlier of like, look, man, I don't know, figure your shit out because she still loves you, and that's killing her.
It was like the like this feeling like I belong to you. At that point, I would have been like, so man, some fucking red flags should be going up for you right now.
Right.
And she starts to playfully with a sexual element, put some whiskey, tries to get him to drink some whiskey, and then when that doesn't work, pours it on herself. She starts to flip it on him, and like they lick it off each other.
Yep.
And it's
eventually he finally takes a full swing. It's
a very long scene of building up to that, and then even going to that, and then getting him on his back, and then once he's there, eyes closed, on his back,
she pours a shitload of whiskey on him,
like the whole bottle, like down his throat, on his face, and
which pisses him off.
And I don't think he's understand what's happened yet.
No,
but he definitely knows something's up, and he knows. Credit for him, he knows he needs to get out of there now.
No, it takes him a second to put together what's going on.
Yeah. Too little, too late.
Oh, yeah. No, because he can't really control it. She's not wrong, because he can't really control himself. He punches that lamp and destroys it, and then leaves.
Do whatever you want to me. And she makes that call to Margaret downstairs.
Like, yeah, she calls like another neighbor to call the cops.
Oh, well, if you think we should call the police, then...
There's a man outside who's out there with right now. I think he saw you had a gun.
That was the one where I'm like, the whole process and her talking to the woman, like to the Margaret afterwards, is so cold and calculated.
And then she puts all that shit back in that bag and fucking goes to bed.
And so that she can work on the case she wants to work at work.
Yep.
And
then plays it off to Danny the next morning of, hey man, Marshall didn't come in today and isn't answering his phone. And like, well, we know Marshall's in holding in another district.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Huh.
And like, she's just like, I don't know.
Oh, wow. I don't. And okay, I get why you did that. But also,
and he's terrible.
You also have to get why now I'm afraid of you.
Right. There's doing something, and then there's the premeditated manipulation of that. That was a plan.
Well, the fact that, and I know he's white-knuckling his sobriety, but he is trying to be sober, and you shoved a fucking
I have a hard time with, like, I was like,
that's...
okay, he's a piece of shit, but breaking someone's sobriety is fucked up.
Like, god damn, man, that's manipulative as
my gosh, yeah. She is a fucking fascinating character. She is, and I feel like Emily Rossum's playing really walking a great line with her.
Honestly, given between the two of them, I think I'd roll the dice with the serial killer than Alice.
I think I would too.
Alice seems like a level of crazy that's actually pretty functional, and that she's going to get away with it. Like
Catherine, you mean?
Or
the serial killer?
Oh no, I meant
the Fed. Yeah.
The Fed. Alice, like Alice Black.
Yeah.
Like the Black. That's her name.
Yeah.
Fucking
Agent Black.
No, I don't want to make an enemy of her. Like, it feels like with a serial killer, I could go to the cops. Like,
right.
I could.
Right.
If push comes to shove, I could go to the cops.
No, she's kind of got one move.
Yeah.
I think I can stay safe from that. But no, Rossum's character, Alice is nuts.
The FBI seems to be in this show. Also, I kind of like, because I always like federals always being different than cops.
Man, when Nora's like, or when she's asking Nora, why don't you trust me? I don't understand why you won't trust me at all.
Like, you used to be
because I think you're still a cop. Like, I know you left, and I can't figure that out because you all grew up in the same cop block and the same cop school doing the dumb cop shit.
And I like the idea is that they think cops are stupid, but also cops do the circular circle up and defend each other no matter what shit. And it seems the FBI are a little more backstabby and are willing to burn each other down.
Otherwise, pretty much still just cops, only they don't have loyalty to each other.
Which is weird that's enough.
Right, that's enough to immediately be an improvement. Yeah.
Yeah, if they're willing to rat on each other, to even just to get ahead,
right,
that means they get away with less shit. Like
right.
That so like maybe that's why I always have a better, like, why I think feds are better than cops, even though I don't know why. But yeah, I got a kick out of it. I'm enjoying that vibe difference in the show as well. You need more qualifications to be a fed. Like, you need to actually go through a whole, like, I can't express how you have to do so little to become a cop.
I love that Nora's using that disdain for, and so is Danny, that disdain for cops to get away with, like, oops, shit.
Mhm.
There's a moment in the newest episode of them in the elevator where
Yes.
where Nora looks at Danny and is like, hey, so this is a joint task force. I can give recommendations, but I'm not your boss and I can't give you orders. But I'm telling you, not to
You can't send that picture. out.
share that photo of
You
of
can't
our
circulate
suspect.
that picture. I
And,
can't
like,
order you not. I can't order you not to do that.
it, but I'm just that, right? And he takes a long look
They-
of like, are you
man,
not saying what I think you're not saying?
They give each other a angled look that looks like they're about to star in a 80s buddy cop movie.
For real. Because I like that he checks and she's a little drunk. She checks like
Tango Cash.
Yeah. And like when he recognizes it, like, are you asking me what
Yeah.
you're not asking me?
And then later
All
to
right.
her dumbass boss,
These fucking cops,
all these
man.
cops that never listen.
They don't
Fucking
listen.
unprofessional. It's unacceptable. And
I
then
will
she walks,
tell him.
She walks out of that room mimicking his dumb stomp walk,
Uh-huh.
like
Yeah. I didn't know what to expect from this show. I'm definitely digging it. There's a moment when Alden, the guy in the wheelchair, manages to get her. She's about to kill Campbell Scott, and all of a sudden his ventilator beeps.
Yeah.
And this is why I think she actually she stops and goes to check on him.
Yeah, no. When worried about his heart,
When he rolls that wheelchair back
Yeah.
off of the thing,
Mhm,
and I
mhm,
was
mhm.
like, "Oh, you've got moves,
fucking
kid."
slick.
That and when the cops bust in and find Campbell Scott dead in the kitchen, syringe crammed in his eye, fucking audition style. I love that when they in the line, Alden, put your hands up. You want to tell him or me?
Should I?
Yeah. I'm
Also-
enjoying it. I'm definitely gonna keep watching this show, I think.
Yeah, I like the dynamic. And also, this episode has shown that she is seen like maybe not enough to pick her up yet, but she like has about to interact with.
She manages to accidentally run into
Yeah.
her right at the end. She picks the right. It's a great. She's been trying to figure out this weird not hospital bracelet.
Yeah,
That's,
turns out it's a
safe. You can abandon babies in a safe box.
yeah.
Yeah.
mhm. And but you get a bracelet that matches you to the
'Cause you
baby
get
in case
2
you
weeks
change
to
your mind.
reconsider. Yeah. And that's
That's a good
cool.
policy.
It's really. I think that's really neat. And that's what those bracelets are. And she fucking does the brickwork and figures it out, man. And that is still the clinic that she's going
That
to.
she's she doesn't have a place to stay anymore.
Right. I was like, that's fucking great. So yeah, next episode, I think the synopsis was like, Alice has 1 hour to get Catherine to trust her. So I'm imagining that they probably got like an hour before an appointment or something like that, where it's sitting in that waiting room pretending to be
that needs to get enough on her
right
to like
Because my first thought when they were like, cool, I don't think you're in the kind of waiting room where people are chatty.
Well, you can. She's actually just a suspect because she's in that picture.
Right.
They don't actually have
know.
any physical
They just
evidence.
think that she might be involved, but they don't know. Yeah.
Right. And they're right. Like
They're fucking dead right.
like
But yeah.
there's only 2 women in this picture. One's very dead. Like
Right. And then all the guys are dead, and the other girl is missing. So
kind
it's
of feels like
Yeah. I don't know. I'm digging it. But I think that's about all I got on it this week.
No, I'm actually excited to keep up with it. I'm hoping it only goes the 1 season, maybe 2.
Same. Yeah. I feel like this is like, I know they're doing another season of Task, but it'll be a different case, different force or whatever.
Yeah.
Like I kind of want this one to be self-contained, one and done. And then like Dying for Sex. I mean, we know how that one ends, so there's no season 2 there. But I think Emily Merriweather crushes it on single season and out shows. The Dropout and Dying for Sex were her 2 best.
Well, between this and Cape Fear, let's adapt old thrillers.
Right.
And
fucking A.
And make them seasons of TV.
Yeah, I'm with it. But that's going to do it for us this week.
Yeah.
Head on over to Patreon, where we're going to talk about The Devil's Mouth, which is a sharks in a cave.
Oh, I thought
movie.
it was a sex position.
No, The Devil's Mouth. Yeah. Oh, man, I did The Devil's Mouth once. And until next time.
TV dudes. Yep.
I don't like the sound of your